Welcome to the podcast. Today we're doing something completely different than we did the last time. And, oh, God, that hurts, Brent. Quit beating up on me.
Hey, man, you need to stretch more.
I do, I guess.
Mobility.
So we're asking questions today, so this is Ask Rip. This is Ask Rip. Ask Rip is so much fun. All right, so Brent J. Carter is reading questions, and I'm answering the questions unless Brent J. Carter can answer the questions better. So, first question.
Jeff Hairston asks, how strong should an SSC be? Hashtag Ask Rip.
Stronger than day-old piss. That's how strong you ought to be.
Well, that depends on what you ate and or drank the day before.
Could
Can you
be,
please
but
be more
look, will you
explicit?
please not mess with my metaphor here. I mean, SSC's got to be real damn strong. But, you know, we got SSCs that aren't that strong. SSC needs to be more smart than strong. SSC needs to be able to coach. SSC can't coach unless he's done strength training himself, so the SSC is going to be stronger than you are. But the strength is not the factor. The experience, the acumen, the ability to analyze, the ability to solve problems on your feet in real time, right now, high-value answers to important questions. Right now, resourcefully, immediately, and correctly. That's what makes an SSC. The training history of the SSC is going to mean that the SSC is strong. But the strength level is not our criterion. We don't care how strong they are. It's just that they've learned from their own lifting. I'm not very strong. I'm only deadlifting probably 475, 500 right now. I can't press but about 180. My bench is probably 285, 290 for a single right now. Squats all fucked up. Got a pubic symphysis problem right now, so I'm not squatting heavy. 300, probably all I can squat right now, but I can solve your problems because I know what I'm doing. And you know, the how strong an SSC is completely misses the point. And I don't even think that was a serious question. So why did we even answer that?
Well, I was told to read off of the paper.
Well, you've done that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here's the second question.
House of Peng.
What, Pang?
P-E-N-G. Peng.
Ping.
Ping.
All right.
If you had a time machine and had the ability to put any historical figure on linear progression, who would it be?
Moses.
Why Moses?
Well, it doesn't say why. It just says who. You should read the questions. Right? Okay.
From Gregory P. There's two Y's.
Right. Gregor Ip. Something like that.
How much was the heaviest press you have ever seen? Who did it?
Heaviest press I've ever seen live and in person? Well, we've all seen, it doesn't say that. We've all seen the Sergey Redding 502.
Sick.
Which is bizarre, sickly impressive. We saw Alexiev's 507, but that was a push press. Clearly a push press.
Weak. Fake.
Wasn't real, you don't think?
I mean, he pushed it, he used his knees, is all I'm saying.
Ken Patera did a 518 push jerk. Most impressive thing I've ever seen in the video is the 502 Redding press. Mm-hmm. Now our own Chase Lindley, who we fondly refer to as the albino here in Wichita Falls Athletic Club, he little turd pressed 330 out there one day, weighing 238.
That's a monster press.
Now that's for a 19-year-old little snotty-nosed kid. I mean, that's a pretty damn good press. I hope he didn't see this, but I mean, That's pretty damn good press. At that age, that body weight, is anybody else in the country doing that? I'd like to know who. Yeah, right. Let's find a good question here.
Miles
You're
Marco.
just reading these in order, right?
Well,
Yeah. I didn't lay them out. I don't know. I don't know anything
Okay.
about this. He dragged me in here about 10 minutes ago. That's all I know is I'm here. You don't like that one either? Or what? If it's sketchy, don't read it.
Oh,
You don't want to.
this is good just because we can make fun of it.
All right. Well, that's fun. We can always do that. But those two, they're just dumb.
You want me to read them or
repetitive.
what?
Well, I want to know what you're throwing
All right,
away.
all right.
I don't know how you're
Does
judging.
an adolescent male lifter, the day he hits Danner stage 4, have greater strength potential than the same lifter in his early 20s?
What?
See,
Yeah, all right.
I'm helping
I
you out. I'm
understand
trying to
what
help you.
All right, I
You want the
understand
next?
what you're saying.
Have you thought of shaving Ute head?
Ute?
Ute.
Y-O-U-T hit.
Is
Note,
it,
I have not. I mean, that's pretty close. You'll have to admit.
Ute head?
Ute hit. Yeah, don't submit typos. We're reading them.
We need to read his name.
Yeah, do that.
Mr. _ Gatters. Mr. Gatters.
Ute head.
Spell check.
Spell check, man.
Commonly available. Nix 1324. Dry aged steak or wet aged steak, assuming comparable quality of the beef.
Oh, dry aged is always preferable. Wet aged is just marinated in its own juice. I don't understand. The wet age is, hell, they put it in cryovac
Right,
anyway.
that's already wet aged.
So it's already wet aged. So what they've done is they've invented a term for keeping it in the ice box in the cryovac for way too long.
Until
So,
they're ready to serve it.
let's call it wet aged, and then it's better. No, it's not any better. It's just old, but it's not. No, there's no comparison. Absolutely not.
What is dry aged steak? What does that do for those uninformed?
Those uninformed,
Asking
aging
for a
of
friend.
beef gives time for the proteolytic enzymes that are found in the beef, which occur in muscle naturally, and which don't denature upon the death of the animal. It gives them time to break down some of the protein in the beef. Dry aging is not a bacterial process; it's an enzymatic process. And dry aged beef dries the meat out, concentrates the flesh around the remaining fat, improves the flavor, improves the tenderness, and is the way things ought to be done. Now, there's really not any point in dry aging, low-grade beef like Select or anything like that. It just doesn't benefit much from just go ahead and eat it. But if you've got upper 1/3 choice or prime, it will benefit from aging. It's been my experience that about 4 to 5 weeks is about how long it needs to hang. Anything more than that, you're just losing weight, losing weight on the carcass, and it's not. It just the benefit peaks 4 to 5 weeks. But dry aging is definitely the way to go. Wet aging is marketing.
There you go.
You like to add to that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Like when?
Well, I'm gonna-
next podcast or
Give me a month.
oh,
Give
well,
me 4 to 5 weeks.
We're gonna have a month. Just blurt it out,
Well, there's this product
right?
that is supposedly you're able to vacuum seal your meat in this like semi-permeable membrane that allows moisture to escape
Right,
but not come back in.
right.
So you're able to supposedly dry age your steak at home in your own refrigerator. So give me a month and I'll let you know how that goes.
Sounds like marketing. We'll see.
We'll
you have
see.
a month. All right. Now let's see. How many more? How long we waste time on the dry age thing? Not as much as we did on the other day.
barbecue, right,
All right, let's do two more. We'll do two more. This won't take long, I don't think.
Jack Patterson asks, given how you feel about the modern PT industry, how would you go about achieving a career in PT based on the starting strength principles of stress, adaptation, and recovery?
Well, you do it exactly like Will Morris, John Patrizio, Nick D'Agostino have done it. And you just, do the right thing instead of just going through the motions like physical therapists do. By PT, I'm assuming he's meaning physical therapy and not personal training.
Doesn't indicate, but let's assume that.
Let's assume he's talking about physical therapy. Outpatient physical therapy, as it's practiced in the vast majority, and I mean by vast majority, I mean all of them, in the United States, is a giant waste of time and money. And it's in fact such an egregious waste of time and money, it's difficult for me to believe that they don't know that. And as a result, I question their motives, okay? I know it's harsh, but, you guys, somebody goes to an outpatient physical therapist and they got better. You're so ineffective at what you do that the patient just healed up. They would have healed up at home, okay? So if you want to do something better than that, then you start where the patient is, just like we start with where a strength training client is, and we progress them. We accumulate higher and higher levels of stress, thus forcing the adaptation to occur. And you're not taught that in school. And you can come back in the comments of this podcast and say, yeah, we are. Well, I know better than that. I know better than that. That's not what you're taught. And you need to rise above your education and do the right thing with your patients. Now,
Well, in that context, there's probably little difference between personal training and physical therapy,
really, there's not.
with everything you just said.
Because you're right. They don't. The personal trainers don't do that either.
No.
So yeah, y'all are all PT. All right, last one.
Okay.
Timing out here right rapidly.
Clyde Copeland asks,
All right.
what are your thoughts on Avengers Infinity War?
I hadn't seen that
I
yet.
haven't seen it either.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
I haven't seen it. I just got through watching Civil War
Heard that's good.
a couple of days ago. Watched it again. It's pretty good. It's not the best one they've done is Winter Soldier. By far, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Winter Soldier is a great film. There's no doubt about that. Superhero film or not, it's a great movie. But I don't know. I guess we need to go. Is that in theaters now? Infinity?
I don't think so.
How did I lose track of
I don't
this?
know.
Nick,
There's so many.
what happened to Infinity War?
I think it's out now.
Oh, yeah?
Is it? It's like in the theaters?
No.
Oh, it's on DVD.
DVD, I think.
Well, I'll have to order that. Here, let me go order that from Amazon. Done. All right. Thanks for watching us on the podcast. We'll see you next time.